Hey guys, this is Chanell Vick, the creator of Fashion Brand University, and I brought Valentino, our mascot, today at OPP to talk about your fashion boutique. So stay tuned.
She is a fashion brand coach. Shout out Chanell Vick for doing her thing.
Hi, I'm super happy to be here, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Okay.
So basically, you a whole one-stop shop. All you gotta do is come with a concept, a creative mind, and then you help put everything together.
Right, and that's what I created the Fashion Brand Blueprint for. It's a course that's self-paced that helps you with that actual processes.
So it gives you all the information.
Correct. Mm-hmm. So it's really giving you.
If they take your course, they can automatically start their business and be straight.
Right, because it's giving you actionable steps. It's no theory. This is real life experiences over here.
There's no cutting no bridges. It's right to it.
Right, and one thing about me is I like simplicity. That's
of it.
And
doing the 9 to 5?
No, doing the clothing line. Like I love the fashion show. I love doing
that's
photo
the fun
shoots.
Part. Yeah.
I like because we also dress like that's how I met Asia Spark, because I was dressing her for her videos, and that's how it all started. So it's fun. I love doing that.
Right.
I love all that part of it. I just don't like the back end of it, like the stab in the back, everybody out. It's crazy because it's like you could be creative and they'll take your creativity and have a little bit more money to spare and take your whole thing with them, and it just be like, now look at you, like.
And unfortunately, that's why your paperwork has to be on top notch. That's why everything you do have to do NDAs, disclosures, things like that, because it is. I mean, and like your example in reference to money talks. So, and you gotta be able to put it out there when your customers want it, because next month you could be a nobody. So
when you got that run, you gotta go for it.
Exactly.
Okay. So y'all the fashion experts, as we see. North Jersey in the building.
Period.
But they in South Jersey.
Really? It's okay.
So no, listen, we got a dope episode we about to get into, but before we do, let's welcome Opposing Perspectives podcast. I'm your host, Sedale.
I'm your co-host, Miss Mahdi.
Hey, let's go. And she came from North Jersey, by the way.
Oh, what part?
I ain't come from no North Jersey.
You ain't come from North Jersey?
No. I come from PA. Deep in PA. Still it's like an hour ride.
Oh, it's whole time that you drove from North Jersey?
No. I'm originally from North Jersey, but I moved out to South Jersey 12 years ago.
Oh.
So now
So you're on the same boat, but opposite.
3 years ago, I moved out of Swedesboro. I was in Swedesboro for 11 years. So I moved out of Swedesboro and I'm in PA.
Okay.
Disclosed information.
That's definitely a transition from North Jersey to Swedesboro.
Yes, I love Swedesboro. I want to go big. I'm sorry, I love Swedesboro.
Well, it is close to Amazon. So,
they have a lot.
Yeah.
They built a lot. I was looking, I rode through it not too long ago. They got a Target. They opened up 2 other new ones. And it was crazy because I was living in the process when they was trying to boycott all that. Like the farmers, because that's a farming.
It's farming, yeah.
A farming land. And they did not, like the residents there did not want none of that.
Yeah.
And they, of course, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. But I was living around there when they was like fighting this whole culture that it became now. Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, I got a long time friend. We go back like kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah.
John Glenn, Pine Hill days,
Wow. Don't be telling my business.
Who is doing big things now. She is a fashion brand coach. Shout out Chanell Vick for doing her thing.
Hi, I'm super happy to be here, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Okay. And we got like a little mascot, little friend.
Yes, so this is Valentino. If you follow Fashion Brand University, you'll see him, and he'll give you some knowledge because everybody got to work on my team.
Yeah, I think he had a sweater or something. I'm like, all right, you ready? She's like, hold on, I got to take the dog's sweater off. I said, are you serious? The dog got a sweater?
Yeah, the whole little puff down.
I can't. Well, Chanell, let's, before we get into, you doing fashion and everything. Let's just tell everyone about who you are. I mean, I know I told you, where you're from and John Glenn days, but you could elaborate more about yourself.
Sure. So I am just a regular suburban girl who had some big dreams and just realized that by any means necessary, and you create what you want to make happen. I went to school for fashion. Didn't necessarily go the way I wanted to, but that happened. And I'm like, I still have this dream. My ultimate dream was to become a fashion buyer. Did that, but then in a different way, a non-traditional way, I should say.
Okay.
I've been in every facet of the customer sales process, where I was a sales associate, I was a manager, I was a boutique owner.
So what made you gravitate to fashion? What was it about fashion that said that you wanted to go in this field?
Sure. So I always knew that I wanted to be in fashion. My mom kind of had a good play or inspiration in that sense, where she'll teach me about thrifting. We play dress up. She always looked fly. I was a plus size girl, so I had to make sure that I was cute. And just really understanding like the bright lights. Living close to New York, you see bright lights, and not really understanding the hustle and bustle.
Yeah, you definitely always came to school like you had money. Let's go.
Oh. So really just trying to, see that dream, and then just being exposed to like museums and seeing fashion and art, and just like having that exposure is like, what else can you do with this? Like, I knew I didn't want to be a designer. I knew that from start. I come from a line of family who did business. I knew I wanted to be in the business side of fashion. So, make a long story short, being a fashion business consultant at Fashion Brain University, I'm seeing things making a 360 turn.
What you got? What you got for her?
What I got for what?
You don't have nothing for her?
Okay.
No question, nothing?
Yes, you didn't even give me a chance. I'm listening to her. I was so caught up with her. He just came out of nowhere. What you got? Like I'm supposed to pull out a gift or something. Here you go.
I've been messing with
me all day today.
Both of us.
This wrong with him. He's on one today.
Yes, but so
no,
it's
but
cool,
seriously,
though.
so you saying your family comes from business, but your mother had a lot of fashion sense.
Yeah, it was for sure. She was definitely a fly girl, but in a sense, it wasn't like she wasn't taught, but she taught me like, okay, these are the fabrics that you want. Like, you're a bigger girl, so we can't wear this. Going to different places to shop, like just getting me out there to kind of learn about fashion in general, how to put different pieces together.
Like,
So I just was always like, okay, don't be making fun of me though. But my mom dressed me until I was like 12 because I loved her.
That's how I was with my kids though.
How she dressed me, and I'm like, oh, like this is hot. Like, and then she'd be like, okay, this is what I did.
Right.
How can you make this better? Or what can you add as accessories? And she sometimes let me use her accessories, but not all the time, because she was like, you gotta go to school. And I was like, well, whatever.
That's how I was growing up with my mother. My mother was like real fly. And then I took her flyness. So now, like even like now with my girlfriends, so say they got like a party or anything to go to, they come to me and they be like, oh, help me find something to wear. Because when I go shopping with them, they be looking at me like, girl, what is it? Then when I put it together, they was like, oh,
right.
I didn't see that. I see it.
Right.
And it's not about money. It's just how to put it together, because you could shop somewhere cheap, but put it together right. And I love thrifting. I love vintage stuff. I'm definitely into all that. So you can mix and match.
Absolutely.
People think just because like fashion is name brand, it's not, because you could be name brand from the top to the bottom and still have no fashion sense at all.
And also the biggest accessories you could have when it comes to fashion is confidence. So I don't care what you have.
Top.
So if you don't got the confidence to wear whatever, $5, $5,000, confidence is the main thing you need to have.
Confidence is key. And we ain't talking about confidence as far, you also got to wear stuff that complements your body.
Right. And then for me being, a little chubbier when I was little, like that was always installed in me. Like, okay, you got the proper shapewear. Do you have, you know,
Mama was
like-
not playing. She was gonna make sure daughter was right.
right.
Don't play with my
Shoes
child.
also definitely came in part because, you know, having like your posture when it comes to shoes and with different looks. So
That's true.
It was definitely my mom was old school. I had older parents. My parents were older than my counterparts of my friends.
I think I'm more so like, I guess, intrigued by the fact that she was teaching you all of that about posture, fabric, all of that at a young age, because at that age I had no idea or could care less about fabrics.
But it depends. It all depends. It's crazy because it all depends on the parents you have.
Yeah.
Because I'm like that with my kid. I bring stuff home. They be looking at me like, yo, bell bottoms. Right before remember when bell bottoms got hot not too long, like a little while ago?
Right.
I bought bell bottoms. I seen it and I put this outfit together. My daughter looked at me. She was like, I'm not wearing it. So I was like, whatever. Then a couple of months later, she's asking for bell bottoms. I said, well,
What happened?
you would have been trending prior to. You waiting for everybody else to do something.
They don't think you know.
Yeah, like don't play with me. I know how to put it together. Don't play with me.
Well, listen, let's transition. So let's talk about your business
Sure.
as being a fashion brand coach, and you know, can you
Business coach.
fashion business coach.
Keep
all
it
right?
business because you keep it P.
And just tell us like what that is, what you do, and everything.
Right. So when becoming a fashion business coach, it's pretty much my experience of having a boutique. I am my customer, where I've been through the trenches and had to build up from the bottom up, and really having my passion for fashion. And I just this is my way of giving back to my community. So I'm really into the things, like I said before, of creating the things that you want to create.
Yeah.
I went to school and I have a degree in fashion marketing and management.
Talk to him.
I remember you were grinding them days
Yes.
too, for real.
Yes. And I had fun where I was doing, because one of the things that about me is I'm going to do what I want to do. Right. So I like events, I like styling, I like business, I like processes. So that is all what Fashion Brand University encompass. But it's in regards to having a niche where it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So I used all of my processes that I've done from since I was 16 to like now. I ain't telling you my age. I'm not looking. But anyway.
We same age.
But to now, just to kind of put in it in one-stop resources so you could be able to have a concept to launch the market.
Right.
But really giving you that blueprint. Because a lot of people where I see is they don't know where to start.
Right.
They don't have the resources. Or they don't have they lack in regards to processes.
Information too.
And you're right, and processes. And I didn't want that to keep happening. It's available out there in other areas, but definitely not for us.
Right.
So, and having my own experience of having a boutique that did pretty decent, but then when it stopped, I'm like,
now what?
Now what? Right. And then also having your business.
Staring at me like crazy right now.
So basically, you a whole one-stop shop. All you gotta do is come with a concept, a creative mind, and then you help put everything together.
Right, and that's what I created the Fashion Brand Blueprint for. It's a course that's self-paced that helps you with that actual processes.
So it gives you all the information you need.
Correct. So it's really giving you. But what I like about my course,
if they take your course, they can automatically start their business and be straight.
Right, because it's giving you actionable steps. It's no theory. This is real life experiences over here.
There's no cutting, no bridges. It's right to it.
Right, and one thing about me is I like simplicity. That's what we really take. What Fashion Brand University does is we take simplicity out of the complex situations that you going to have in the fashion industry.
And there's a lot. Coming from myself, like I say, from having a clothing line, it's a lot. And just being able to have a place where you could have everything in one, it would shorten a lot of time for someone and a lot of headaches. And
we're building the community of having the support of being in a like-minded environment of individuals where you could say, hey sis, this is happening with me today. I have no clue how to get this. get the experience from other people that's in our community. Get me in regards to saying, okay, this is what I think should be the play that you should do today. Because everybody's situation, I could tell you to do the same thing, and it may not work for you. But if you have a different strategy to keep moving forward, you're going to win. You just got to be consistent, dedicated, and being able to have a mind of willing to be coachable. Because everything is not all about trends because it may not happen for your business. Because you have to, this business is about, when it comes to fashion, it's very selfless. You to be of service, right? And to be of service, you have to listen. You have to be able to be mindful, have empathy. And when it comes to building a business, you have to have your processes in order. And that's what makes the Fashion Brand Blueprint different, because we're teaching you the back end and building processes. Don't be like me, where you had a boutique and everything was going well for you, and then when you get into an accident, I wasn't duplicatable. So things had to stop. So, like I said. So
you basically have to build. So you're basically saying, if you want to be successful, you also have to build some type of like a network within yourself, and you're like, so basically hiring people to be able to do everything you're doing. So it's like building a team. It's building a team, but it's also like the processes of it, because you can outsource. Right now we're in an outsource economy. Right. But if I don't have a process or a particular system in place, I can't teach nobody about what to do next. So we call those SOPs, standard operation procedures. And with that is like, just say if Sedale be like, okay, I need you to do some editing for me. He needs to list out exactly what he do, and then if he wants to outsource his editing. Here you go.
This is her telling me that my business plan need to get his shit together.
That's so right though, because we empowering each other though. Like that's what I'm about. I'm all about empowering, and this is not my saying, but it's collaboration over competition.
Always. Right. I'm like that. When I put myself in a situation, I always sit back and look into something and follow the ropes of what's going on, and then give my input. And sometimes I'm very direct. There's no gray line with me. I'm like boom, boom, boom. I've always been like that. So either you're gonna love me or you're gonna hate me. But one thing I'm never gonna do is guide you wrong. Anybody who knows me knows I have a pure heart, and everything that I do is not competitive. It's always in pushing and want to see other people succeed. I'm basically, they call me like, where I am to a lot of people, I'm like the placer. I place everybody in position with everybody else. Like, I know a little bit of everything and everybody, so I always bring people together.
We're similar in that
way. I always bring people together, but that's just me and want to see people win. I never hold back my resources or my things like that. But I do the same thing. I'll follow suit and just be like, okay, now this is what we need. I think this X, Y, Z, and I think this. And sometimes they be looking at me like, but don't, like you said, if you're willing to listen and take the criticism that's coming from a good place, and it's like, all right, now let's move up a notch 10 times more.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's even with the fashion line. You could like something, and it was hard because hope she don't see this. With my partner, she was on the creative side, and something she put together, and I'm like, we all the way in what you call it? I just said it in Vegas. Magic. We had magic, and I'm about to.
What's that?
This what we have to present today. You don't like it? But still, I would sell.
That's tough.
Right.
I would still sell. That's and I would find a way to sell. And then when she come back, she was like, oh, you really like it? No, the fuck I didn't. Right. I be the curse my man. I didn't like it. I just had to sell what we had.
You got to sell a product you don't believe in. That's tough.
No, it's not by selling a product believe in, because what I might not like,
the customer likes it.
And it's crazy because I thought it was childish. And guess what? After I thought it was childish in my situation with certain things, it started popping. It was like trending. I see other people, like even artists, grown women, wearing something that I thought was childish at the time.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe her mind was indifferent from mine, and I didn't see the bigger picture.
And another thing, and to kind of push to your point though, is like a lot of boutique owners, and me included in my early days, like I had emotion over data, and you can't do that in this industry here because it's going to be so much wasted time. Your feelings won't get hurt, and it's like
so analytics. You strongly recommend going by analytics.
Absolutely. If you don't, just pack your bags, because it's just so much things that could go wrong. You're buying off season. You're not getting the right fabrics. Like it's really I can't stress this enough. It's really a selfless business. You spending your money to make other people pop. It's nothing to do about you at all. But what you can do to kind of make things a little bit easier for you is your customer service. That's the only thing you can kind of like control. But even that is selfless because you are still being of service. But you can't move. I say, I want my dollar to make me holler, and I need to look at the analytics. and I want my analytics to tell me what direction to go.
Hello. Ching, ching, ching. Agreeable.
Oh man. So listen. So how can someone find your business or seek your service?
Sure. So you could we are definitely doing a rebrand, but right now you could go to bit.ly/welcome to fashion. Welcome to FBU. F as in Frank, B as in boy, U as in universe. And then
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then you'll be able to see our fashion brand blueprint course. You guys get an exclusive look at it as we are launching that out. And then for the people of the OPP audience, I'm going to give you guys 20% off.
Discount.
And that will be off of our fashion brand empire package. So make sure you guys check that out.
Definitely. So, like if you want to move forward and starting a whole brand with a 20% discount, that goes a long way. So thank you for serving the people.
And
you can definitely follow us on Instagram at Fashion Brand University.
Okay, so when you say your course, is there like a virtual course as well for it?
So
is that in the works, maybe?
So we will be doing something more like a cohort in reference of having different like individuals, because I like small teams. I feel like I do better in a smaller environment as I make a greater impact that way, me personally. So it'll be a small cohort. But for the actual course itself, it's self-paced, and it's on demand, if you will. So you could just sign up and then you could start right away.
Wow. Awesome. Wow. That's awesome. What a way to start your career in fashion.
2025. Let's make
go.
It happen.
Think big, baby. Think big.
So you're bigger than just fashion overall. Like you're into other things too, production and stuff.
Oh my God, he's trying to get me.
So what you into? Like talk about all the other things that you got going on.
Let's not be humble.
You got to sell yourself. Come on, that's why we're here.
So what I also do as well as I'm a certified project manager.
There we go. So I told you the
sounds like money to me.
Yeah, let's go. There we go.
Ching ching. And it's really the vibe of taking my dedication of processes and really helping other business owners like proceed. I'm really a selfless person. I really have like when it comes to really taking complex issues and breaking them down. So other people have scrappy infrastructure. I don't like that.
She said OPP has a scrappy infrastructure.
Scrappy. No, but it's all in branding. It's all in branding.
You have to start somewhere.
No, I'm saying that just to mess with you. You know, we've been joking. She's been picking me apart before this interview started.
Oh my God.
I have to be honest, I think he's doing real good. To me.
Oh no, she's right. Everything that she said are things that we want to implement, which is why she's going to come on and help us.
Yeah, because when I look at the thing, like to me, one thing when you click into something, within the first 3 seconds, you're going to know whether or not you're going to grab an audience or you're going to let go, because we live in such a, I'm sorry to say this, nobody take no offense, but I'm talking about it's so fast paced that we live in such a simple mind. Data's now, because it's like they see the click. Quick. Yeah. So my whole thing is he's doing great, got great concept, got great interview conversations, everything. It's just more of a look to put it more simple, so when somebody click in, it could be more drawn in, and it'd be like, okay, boom, that's all it's really about. Other than that, like he's doing awesome. I
agree too, but it's about like him scaling, because that's all with any business. You want to be able to scale or exit. You got either of those two options, and then as you are growing, you have to also keep those things in mind, because your building blocks depend on what avenue you go into. So making him duplicatable, how's his team learning different things in regards to his back end, where like for example, and I am going to pick on a little bit today,
Don't
right now.
Go ahead.
Don't hold back.
I've been waiting. Go ahead.
So, like, if I came on this show today and I knew that, you know, it would have been nice to get, like, you know, welcome to OPP's podcast. These are something that we're going to be doing. You know, this is what to expect. Like, you teaching your audience how to maneuver with you, but on the back end side of it, you know, like, let's come from scrappy to polished. Let's come to, like, building relationships with other different people on an automatic systems, because you want to be removed from your business. Being an entrepreneur is not to be in here 24/7.
Right,
it's about to be to make money, to build relationships, and then to also enjoy those who are around you. But if you're doing everything all by yourself, you're going to get burned out. Your team is going to get burned out. So what are you going to be able to do to make things easier? And it's all about systems and automation. So with the project manager side, I go to other companies and I implement those things on corporate levels.
Yes. Yes.
And
sounds good to me, and it's 20% off.
Yes, and then
for the knowledge.
And then to do that, and I forgot to say that, you want to do founding member in the checkout to get your 20% off, and that's only off of the Fashion Empire plan.
What is it? Founding
member.
Founding member. Don't forget.
This is
it's exclusive.
So you're gonna get you will be a founding member.
Okay. Thank us later. Send us some products. Once you on and popping, send us some products. Thank you.
And be a part of a community who wants to, like, learn, grow, and inspire, because it's all about learning, and it's all about growing and feeling safe. And that's one of the things that's really important to me. I don't play that. I want my community to be safe. Like, no questions is super question. I love questions. My friends sometimes get mad, like, okay, another question? Yes, another question. Because you know why? I need to be able to know how to analyze it and think about it, because you may have one perspective about it. That's why I wanted to be on here, because we all got different perspectives.
Yep, makes
and
sense.
It's about, you know, taking that knowledge and growing from that. In project management world, we call that continuous improvement. How can we make things better? Right. How can we really try to see, you know, the bigger picture and beyond? Or, like, are we thinking about legacy here?
Right.
Or are we thinking about, you know, just wanting to exit? Like, but you need to kind of understand and have that clarity of what do you want to do, and what are the steps to get there. And that's what Fashion Brand University, with the Fashion Brand Blueprint, it's your roadmap to success.
Right. Also, think big.
Absolutely.
Think big.
Absolutely. Because, you know, and I didn't want to really put my personal story out here, but I will. I want to get real. So I wanted to
People get comfortable on the couch. Go ahead.
Yes.
I think
Therapist couch.
You're not the first person. Yo, there's people that have said that, like, right before we did rundowns and everything.
Yeah.
You know, they said, "Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about that."
And then they get comfortable enough. Yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you a story. One Punch didn't want to talk about something that we said. He sat on this couch and he just went right into it on his own.
Blame it on the couch.
Go ahead.
So it was like, okay, going to school and not getting to be the buyer that you want, right? And it's like, Dad, you spent all this money all this time. So then it's like, okay, what can you, like, my thing was, I wanted to look like Sex and the City in New York City.
Okay.
I lived in Jersey. My school was in North Jersey. I would got to take a train to get to the city. So that necessarily didn't go well. So then I'm like, okay, what is next? You have no freaking clue of what's next. So me being my client, I'm a plus size girl. This is back in 2013. Nobody was really doing the plus size boutiques. Started a plus size boutique. Social media was definitely not what it was then, and it was like, you know, just grinding that way. Like, put in your life interest of what you want to do. That's why I said beginning. Like, I help with other business owners that are other creatives. I like any designers. That's my favorite people to try to help. I help with doing like videos and things like that. Editing, because that's what my lifestyle, what I like to do. Yeah. So I'm going to insert what I like to do and learn how you could be a help to them.
Yeah, help in a situation.
Right. So think big, because I didn't know what my next step was, and
it's okay to fail. If you fail, just dust yourself off. If and a failure that you could think is yourself is not, but still the fact that you're able to dust yourself off and recreate and come with something more brand and more bigger. Okay, you learn from this.
Right.
Now moving forward, my situation's gonna be even bigger.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I had a heck of a time with my boutique too. I was to Fashion Week. I had somebody else come on and get them into a fashion show.
Nice.
We
Nice.
traveled. We was in different publications. Like,
Nice.
It was fun. It was expensive because I'm fitting the bill because I didn't know about all the resources that I'm telling y'all about.
Right.
I done made the mistake.
Right. To help y'all out.
Right.
Get it together.
Right. So it's just, and then I went to corporate. I was in corporate fashion buying. So it was like, I know what these big retailers are doing.
Right. And it's crazy because I met a lot of them. And one of the ladies that was running the northern side of the being a buyer, she wanted me to come jump in ship with her. But I had no experiences and nothing. I guess she saw something in me from watching me make these sales at Fashion Week or whatever. I mean at the Magic Show. But a lot of these they is sharks. It is not to be played with. When we talk about behind people that's behind certain brands and stuff, there is not to be. They right for you. Think I'm forward? They is right to it. Boom, 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 and boom. So you also gotta have that backbone. If somebody say I don't like that, and you can't take offense to that, you just gotta take it, recreate, and come back.
Right.
Like not get upset. Leave your feelings at the door.
Right. Absolutely. Like it goes back to being selfless. Like, if you haven't learned anything about this from this interview, it's like you have to be selfless and you have to have grit because, get down.
No, that's real. No.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it though. I'm very excited that people have a one-stop show to create and recreating a brand if they already had one, and to just showing you the ropes and you giving a knowledge of all the knowledgeable from going to school, also self-knowledge of things that you went through, the do's and don'ts and stuff like that, so you be able to be like, hey, listen, I did this and this is not the way to go, and you can do this, to stopping people from hitting them side corners and being blockage. So I'm extremely proud of you and thank you. I wish I had a one-stop block when I was into my fashion low situation, but whatever. But make sure that y'all definitely click in to the site that she gave y'all, and make sure you put the
founding member
for that 20%.
Exactly.
And think big.
Right.
Yeah, so as we're about to wrap up, I just want to figure out like what's next. Like anything that you want to shout out there?
So what's next is really just continue to add value and to really see, having my eyes and ears of like what's going on in the market, because what they need is what we'll be doing next. Always try to get knowledge from people in a sense of like learning different things, like anything, education, investing in yourself in education. I'm always going to be a forever student. So
always learning.
Right, always learning. Like on this last couple of days, I'm about to learn how to do about more automations and workflows. But that's it. Then also networking. Networking is important. So definitely trying to be at the Fashion E-commerce Summit in New York City, January 23rd. So hopefully you'll see me there.
Yes, you will be there. Manifest.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you sharing, your business and what you do and all of the knowledge that you have with OPP.
Thank you.
Thank you for your discount, of course, that you provide. Because I love discounts, and we just really appreciate you. This is dope. I look forward to working with you more too.
Yes.
And bringing all of that to OPP, which will help me not stress out so much.
Right. We gotta empower each other.
Yes.
That's the way to go.
Well, I'm your host today.
Valentino is knocked out.
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
He didn't do his job
Sleep
today.
the whole entire time. Valentino, you're fired.
Oh, I thought you were talking about cheese.
Oh, we ain't talking behind the scenes. Not behind the scenes.
He'll put a post up and let you know he's sorry. And give you guys something to look forward to.
All right, well, that wraps up Opposing Perspectives. I'm your host, Sedale.
Co-host, Miss Mahdi.
All right, make sure you like and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and IG. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Period.
Volunteer got the right idea.
Uh-huh.
Volunteer got the right idea.